Okay guys, we'll just lead off again in the usual way. Thanks very much for turning up this afternoon to see our meet and greet, our latest signing. Now I'm going to say his name as best as I can. He did try and give me a briefing before, it's difficult for an English name. Michal Kopczynski.
Not exactly.
We'll get him to say him in person later and get on tape. Yeah, we're extremely thrilled and excited that Michal's made the trip to Wellington. He's exactly the sort of player we've been looking for. He's an extremely exciting player. You look at his credentials on the sheet. He's played at Champions League. He's played at the top level in Poland. He won the Polish Championship with them last year. Mark's alluded it to a few times in his previous releases that we've done. You know, Wellington Phoenix is a club that is an underdog in the A League. We've had to fight for everything we've had to achieve in this league. You know, every away game is international travel for us. The parent body's made it difficult for us within our existing conditions here in Wellington. We've had to do the best we can with sometimes limited resources. But if you look at what the kind of players that Mark's bringing into the club, they're extremely exciting players, they're talented players, and Mark, as Mark talked about it, they're players that really want to fight for the shirt. They really want to win for the shirt, they really want to win for the team, and they're coming here with the right attitude, which is one of the top characteristics that Mark's requiring in his players in his new squad that he's pulling together. So we're really excited about Michal. We think he's going to bring an absolute different dimension to the team this year with his qualities, both on and off the pitch. And we're going to open up the floor now for Mark, and then you guys can talk to him directly.
We'll do things a bit differently. Instead of listening to me, right? So you've got a nice, I guess, platform in terms of what Michal is and what he's about. You can ask him the questions, and then if you want to ask me thereafter, I'm happy to tell you the reasons why, who he is, and why he's at this football club as well. So his English is better than Philip's as well.
You want to start?
Yeah. Michal, is it Michal?
In Polish, it's Michał.
Michal.
But it's difficult for you, so.
Copper. So we've given him a nickname already.
My nickname is Kopa.
Yeah.
Because the last name is also difficult, so it's Kopa is okay for me.
What is how do you say your surname, just for the record?
Yeah. It's Kopczynski.
I thought that was pretty easy, David, but anyway, each their own, huh?
Welcome to Wellington.
Thanks.
I guess, how did you come to make the decision to leave Poland and come to Wellington?
What convinced me, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, when the opportunity came, I made a little research of the A-League. I was talking with Adrian Mierzejewski and Marcin Budziński a little bit, and they said me, go. It's a nice professional league, and it's a big challenge for me also. I was playing all my life in Legia in Poland, and it's a big challenge. I need to prove my quality somewhere else, and I want to help the team to make improvement from last season.
So you were looking to move out of Poland to find another challenge?
It's you know, it's life of a football player. If I had a great opportunity to change club in Poland, maybe I would think about it. But it's fantastic opportunity for me. It's about sport reasons and also about life reasons. Yeah. It's also a beautiful country, beautiful city, and it's also important for me.
What type of player are you? What describe your best qualities, if you can?
Yeah, the most of the games I play like a typical number 6. So my strength is defense in first. I think I am good at playing the air with the head. I like the organization on the pitch and playing defense, but I hope that I will also make some impact to our offense, of course. Yeah, to start the good actions for us.
Did you know Philip Kurto
before? No, because Philip left Poland 6 years ago, and I started playing Ekstraklasa, Polish Ekstraklasa after it. But I heard about it, of course. And I'm from Legia. He's from his former Polish club was Wisła Kraków, and this is big rivalry between these teams. But of course, in this side of the world, it doesn't matter for us. I think.
What did Adrian Mijewski and Kopczynski tell you about the A-League? What were some of the things they told you?
They told me that it's really hard to play here, and it's the players are very good physically preparation for the game. But it is also a nice league to play. Professional with big stadiums, fans. So it was a clear decision for me.
Because Adrian had such an impact for Sydney.
Yeah.
He's been one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, I know.
Is that encouraging when someone like that has had such a great impact and you may hope to follow?
I think I understand the question. Of course, Adrian is a very good player, and I heard that he was a star here, of course. And it's good and bad for me, of course. Good because you think about Polish players as good players, but I know that can be high expectations for me, but it's good. It makes me it's for me a big motivation.
And it's a loan deal just initially. What are you hoping to achieve here? Because it is just a loan, are you hoping to impress and stay, or impress and go back?
No, we will see. No, first we need to prepare for the season and try to make the best possible result. I want to help the team to reach the playoffs, and we will see what will come. And it's not like that I want to go back after 1 year. If I will like to, if I will be helpful for the team, I can stay.
And you're just 26, got your best football ahead of you, hopefully.
Yeah.
Why now make this move here, for this new challenge in a new country, and why not wait further down the track?
One more time, please.
Just why now when you're 26, still young, make this move now? If that makes sense.
But why not? I'm still maybe not a young player, but I have a few years more to play. No, it's a completely different football world for me. I didn't know much before about it, but I know, I need to be self-confident and courage and try to do my best. Maybe it will open for me next opportunities. We'll see.
And you've spent most of your career at the same club.
Yeah.
So is that a new challenge for you, going to a new environment, a completely new team, just because you are used to playing for one team?
Yeah, it's also like this. Of course, I was in Warsaw. I know everything. Every season the same, and it's good. Sometimes it's good to change. Of course, I was never thinking about moving to another side of the world, but if when opportunity came, why not?
When that opportunity did come, when you first, did Mark call you? Did you have an agent who told you? How did it all?
Yes, agent. Yeah.
So did you go New Zealand? Where is that?
No, I was looking for change. That of course it's another side of the world, but I felt excited, and also my first thinking when I heard New Zealand, it's also was also rugby. My friends, my girlfriend, we are engaged already. She's a rugby player, not professional rugby player, but she's playing rugby in Poland. So it's also something it was also important for us, and maybe she will enjoy staying here.
Because you played rugby, is that how you knew of New Zealand?
Hmm?
Did you know of New Zealand because of rugby?
I knew that rugby is national sport here, so and I also knew the New Zealand from Lord of the Rings, of course.
And Mark, he's played in the Champions League multiple times, played against Real Madrid. How great is it to bring a player of that experience into the team?
Yeah, very good, obviously. You know, it's not that Michael fell on our lap, but through a lot of contacts and a lot of research on different players, do you find the ability that something like, you know, Kopczynski comes up, and then at the time when the process started, we were way off. Way off. But knowing that what his CV entailed, pretty clear on the profile of the player and the positions that we were after, you know, I'd like to think that I'll fight for everything that I get, and I don't take no for an answer very lightly either. So at the time, it was a long way off. But like I said, we chipped away slowly, got to research more about him. The more we researched, the more we liked what we saw, and the more we pushed and probed and worked hard, late nights, speaking to agents and a lot of different people about the possibility of it becoming a reality. But certainly when you look at his CV, you know, one, loyalty. It's for me quite an important trait. You know, he's been in the same club for a long time, so he's extremely loyal, and that's important. I expect that from all the players, if they are to buy into this, that they're going to be loyal to the cause as well. You heard Michael say a few times, sorry, I'll call you Michael for now, but he said a few times the word challenge, right? And that's another thing. I want my players to be challenged. And I think you've heard that from me quite a number of times, and he's up for the challenge. It's not easy for him to leave a massive club, playing, you know, in big stadiums against, you know, huge personalities and players around the globe, to come to Wellington, right? But again, that's part of the buy-in from the players. There need to be the right ones as well, and getting to know him a lot better is going to add a lot to us. He's at a great age too. He really is. He's got the best football ahead of him, and we spoke about this a couple of days with the other two domestic players. Well, we're talking about an international player who's been there and done that. You know, so he'll understand what it's about, the pressures. You talk about Adrian, I don't think that bothers him. You're comparing a different type of situation as well. But to get a player of his ilk to this football club, I think it's a massive coup for all the people that are involved, because, like I said, the process hasn't been easy, but certainly worth it. When he came here, and he's in top nick. You know, he had a session yesterday. He didn't have to go too hard, and he's already shown the qualities. And the most important thing is, you know, these teammates have a look at what he does. One little action where he decides to throw his body on Roy Christian on the line, the ball's going in, and it's a goal-saving tackle. They're little moments at training that are pretty huge for the whole club, the people involved, the players, the coaching staff. And at that moment, you know that you got something there. You know, it's the small things like walking out to the pitch, being prepared. You know, he's already into training. His feet are moving, they're working, his mind's working as well. Whereas it's a good learning curve for some of our younger players who take a little bit longer to try and get into the training session. And we're trying to teach them what professionalism is and what it means. And they can learn from people like this as well. So he's going to be a great role model for, you know, the younger ones coming through as well.
And why you know, holding midfield, did you target that as, you know, a position to bring in, you know, really quality? I mean, obviously you want them everywhere, but, you know, why?
No, because we've got none. You know, when I had a look at the list, that's the area that there were none. And again, I'll go back to where I needed to strengthen up. And if you look at this football club in the last couple of years, a lot of goals have been leaked in that central corridor. And I think you've seen now with our signings that that's exactly where we're looking to fill those positions. Admittedly, when you look at a salary cap, you've got to be very careful with how you spend and where the money goes in terms of importance. Not that one's not important than the other, but that's a key area. That's the heartbeat of the football team. Yeah, so we tried to centre around that area, And like I said, to answer your question, when you asked, I think it was a couple of days ago, that's one. We are looking for another one as well in that area. Whether we get that one or not, we don't know, but we certainly got the first one that we were after.
Mate, I mean, you knew Mitch Nichols and David Williams, I mean, from your time over this side of the world. I guess Stephen Taylor, similar, 200 Premier League games. Was there any trepidation when Michal got off the plane, and is there any shred of trepidation that he might not come as advertised, or were you completely confident in your due diligence?
At what moment, though?
Or when he get, because I guess you haven't seen him in the flesh, on the grass.
Right, okay.
And you just talked about what he was like on the grass. He was ready, he was out there. He was making tackles.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't seen Stephen Taylor either. I mean, I've seen him on TV and all that, but again, he's actually an opposite one, because Stephen Taylor's coming at a different age. So you always have to question, are his best years behind him? We don't want those types either. And we're very careful. I've been offered a lot of good players between the ages of 32 and 34 who I believe have done their due diligence and probably coming for the wrong reasons. And I'll allow these people to talk first and foremost. And when you hear key messages, then for me, immediately I'm saying, not for me, not for our football club, because we want players like this who are going to challenge. Challenge to be better, challenge the rest of the group, you know, who are going to fight for this football club. And I made it very clear right from the outset because of who we are and the situation. And you'll find very quickly, and I've told them, the referees won't give you us anything, right? The referees give us nothing, right? So we have to be better, right? We have to, and it's true. It really is true. It's always stacked up against us. So once you understand that, and once you get to know the personality of the person and what they're up for, then it makes it easier, because you know that they're, and then you do your due diligence, you speak to people and you find out a little bit more about the character of the person. But once we got to that stage where, and Sean will tell you, where the player was super keen on coming, right? And he really understood that this is where we wanted to head. The agents are funny people, huh? There's a reason why I don't like them very much, because they can stop someone like Michal coming over and being part of this journey and being part of this football club, right? Luckily that didn't happen, but like I said, when someone of his ilk comes around, you're not dealing with just one agent, you're dealing with a few others, and you just don't know the kind of mixed messages that are coming through from our side to their side, right? But once it was clear from the player's point of view that he was willing to do whatever it took to get over here, because it's not easy. A loan deal is not easy, right? He's on a decent corner over there, right? And we just couldn't match that. And I told him quite clearly. And again, it was a bit of a test to see if it was about money as well. Because if it was about money, then that's not the people that we want in our football club either. You know, we want them to come in for different reasons.
Mark, are you aware that there is a fair degree of optimism building amongst the Phoenix fan base?
No, I'm not, but that's good to hear. You know.
So I guess the follow-up question is, is that important to you, that the fans, I can tell you compared to a year ago and even in the 10 minutes since this was announced, there's a building optimism in the fan base about Wellington Phoenix 2018-19.
Great.
Does that give you a degree of comfort, or is it just nice to know? Or
I thought I told you in the press conference before. It doesn't bother me, right? The accolades and the good things that at the same time, the negative things don't bother me either. I just have a laugh at that too. What it is good for is for the football club, however, and it's always nice to know the fans are waiting in earnest for the new season to come. All I can tell you is that myself and Sean, everybody at the football club, the staff are working long hours to get it right, and I made it quite clear, you know, what my intention was as the head of the pack, right, and what my expectations were for my staff and for my players as well, and they're doing everything that's been asked, and they're working hard. So I think that's a message for the fans to know that you don't know what the outcomes are going to be. You can never guarantee a result. What I can guarantee you, however, from the day that we started to now, heading into our second cycle, everyone's working extremely hard. Everyone is very clear on what we're about and what the expectations are at the football club. And I think without the fans actually seeing that live, they can be sure that they're going to be very proud of their new football team that walks out in round one.
Right, thank you.
Sorry, can you just say your full name a couple of times into the mic just for reference, please?
Yeah.
Michal, thank you.
My name is Michal Kopczynski. Michal Kopczynski.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.